Hi everybody, it's presently August 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon, Sunday August 7th, and this is my weekly video for the week of Monday August 8th to Friday August 12th, 2011. Uh, what a week we just went through. A quick update, not counting the news that you would see on TV. Moody's, this is the stuff that I think is relevant to the market. Moody's announced mid last week, that they were going to maintain the AAA rating, but they put a but in there. It's amazing to me how they're on seriously bad weeks even. There's always a but somewhere. But anyways, Moody's announced they're going to maintain the AAA rating for the U.S. credit rating, and the but is they may change their mind in the near future. On Friday, Standard & Poor's announced that they're going to downgrade the S&P, the credit rating, to AA plus. Now, this is the first time since I believe it's 1917 since the U.S. received their AAA rating. So that's significant to me. I don't like that, and I believe, do your own research on this, but I believe that's locked in for 12 to 18 months before they can change that decision. I could be wrong there, but that's what I believe. Anyways, regardless, they have downgraded it, so you can expect in the very near future, possibly Monday to maybe next week, I don't know, but Moody's will more than likely follow suit and downgrade the credit rating as well. So presently it stands at AA plus with Standard & Poor's. All right, we closed the week out at 1199.38, 1200. It's a psychological level, and it has, I guess you could say, it's proven to be support and resistance in the past. It has, but it's more of a psychological level to me. RSI is low. Volume is exceptionally high. Highest for the year, by the way, of any other week. This is a weekly chart, a 3-year weekly chart from the lows as of the crash, the end of the crash. People are comparing this to 2008. I'm going to say it slightly resembles 2008, but to compare it, you can't. There's the volume this week. Here's the volume back then. Like, we're talking considerably more, and the range. I mean, no, this is not 2008. It can feel like it at times, but no, it's not 2008. Well, the only positive really I got for this chart is we closed above the 200 EMA. This is a weekly chart. Any way you want to draw this trend line, it's been pointed out before, it's broken. But you can see we could draw one back here. Right, put a trend line in there, we broke it. Oh no, right? We all dropped. We quickly got back up, right? So, and made new highs, by the way. So this could actually reverse here and continue up, possibly hugging the bottom of this trend line. That time will tell. But anyways, that's the positive that I got right here, right now. We did hold the 200 EMA on a weekly chart. Can we roll over? Well, if I had, this is a clear short area here. So if you were holding this short, my target would obviously have been the 200 EMA, but yeah, I would expect more downside off this chart. I would expect more downside, possibly a retest of the 1300 to 1260, either the 20 or the 50 EMAs, and then a potential flush down again. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, but off of this chart, the weekly chart, I would expect more downside. Okay, here is a 1-year chart of the S&P. Going into the week, you can see from the past levels at this point, you're looking at 25-point ranges. The yellow lines are support and resistance. However, they're also psychological levels. It's the 1200 and the 1100 level. What I'm going to point out, once we broke above the psychological level here of 1100, we got away from it pretty quick. Once again in this area, the 1200 level, we broke above it, came back down to it, flirted with it for a couple weeks, and got away from it pretty quick. So now we got down to this level super fast. Like this is super fast. And I'm expecting possibly the 1150 at this point, but this level could hold, and I'll show why in a couple seconds. But possibly could hold right here, this 1175 level. But I do believe for the week we're probably going to flirt with this level a little bit. We'll see how the week progresses. Again, this is a 1-year chart. The most interesting thing, and the volume on Friday, by the way, which was the downgrade, and unemployment came out with slightly better than average news. And Friday, coincidentally, that one day was the highest of the year, the highest volume for the year. Clearly the highest volume. There's no math involved there. It's just visual. What's interesting though, I love channels. Also, you can note on Wednesday we had a doji, which is bottoming candle, which actually tagged that the trend line, which I'm going to put in a few seconds here, and a hammer rather, and on Wednesday, and on Friday we closed with a doji. They're both bottoming candles, but it doesn't mean it can't continue down. All right, here's just something I find pretty interesting. I have to clean it up a little bit, and I'm going to show it clearer on a 6-month chart, but it's actually a pretty nice channel here. It's pretty clear, and they're right to the point, literally. This is a channel line we were trading off of in the past. Here's another one. This is actually where I expected it to bounce, which it sort of did. It tagged the trend line on Wednesday rather. It did tag it, and we closed with the hammer, making you think it was nice and ready to go, but actually we reversed and made new lows for the year. So looking at this, it's what can you say? Expect 25-point moves minimum for the rest of the week. Expect, if we're not just going to continue to flush, expect it to build some sort of a base similar to this, similar to this. If you're looking for longs and shorts, an easy way of looking at it, and you can compare it back here, above 1200 look for a long, below 1200 look for shorts. You can see as soon as we hit the 1200 we'd bounce back, bounce back, bounce back. So that's an easy way of looking at it for longs and shorts. Take whatever you get. That would be my advice. You get 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 point, take it. Don't hold it for any length of time at this point. I believe there will be some big moves back and forth while it's trying to build a base. They call it capitulation. That word's back in the news. You hear it on. I've seen it in the paper even here. And this is Canada. The 12, call it 1264 or so level going into Monday should show support for this trend line to be effective, to be valid. We'll see how that plays out. Yeah, if you look at this, you expect the 1225 level to be tagged and then possibly a push back. The 20, the 50, and the 200 are well above us. It's quite a climb to get back up there, and some fantastic trading opportunities along the way. For me, I want it back up here, 1303. Plain and simple, I want it above 1303, preferably by the end of this month. Simple. Okay, here's a 6-month chart. I'm going to put those lines in. These are the lines there, the 25-point moves basically from the previous chart. 1175, 12, 1225, and 1250. There's other trend lines, support and resistance rather, above us, and they've all been pointed out in previous videos, but for this sake I'm just going to leave it as this, just to keep the chart as clean as possible. Here's the previous line. There's the new one, and there's, if I can get it to not skip, there's also an established trend line. Now this is the level I expected to have hold, the 1225. We actually tagged this lower trend line like I mentioned on Wednesday, which was promising, and quickly turned around, closing the week out at 1200 like was mentioned. But if you see here, it's tagged this trend line. There's actually a gap up back here in the past. When we broke back down, we quickly got back above it. So this is an interesting time here, and this could be where we find our support for the time being. Whether this can carry us to new highs, that's I don't want to make any predictions that long term. But for the week, I do believe, at least the majority of the week, unless there's some ridiculous, I don't know what could possibly come out, unless something drastic should happen to be released, I do believe this level should hold. Now with the unemployment, and even if Moody's was to come out and downgrade, there's a chance that the market has already priced that in. This should be an interesting week. I'm bullish, cautiously bullish, and I will remain bullish for the simple reason that the market is intended, that's my belief, that the market is intended to move higher. It's not intended to crash. It's intended to correct itself, to open the door to new opportunity. That's the purpose of the market, in my belief. It's intended to move higher. So with that said, I want to remain on the long side. However, if opportunity presents itself, obviously a short for a day or two could possibly be an option. Anyways, going into the week, I expect the I believe it was 1164 level to hold. Yeah, 1164 to 75, anywhere in that area to hold. That's a 10-point range. Yeah, I'd like to see us above the 1200 level regardless. But for now, 1225 to 1164 seems to be a valid playing range, and it could prove to be the level we make a base out at. We'll see how the week goes. As the week progresses, and if I see anything, I'll make another video. But yeah, it's not a nice chart. It's 90 some points in the week, 92.9 points, call it 93 points for the week. And like I said though, if I was short up here, I would expect a continued push lower, but we'll see. We could actually get an engulfing candle, close back up above the 50 and the 20, and continue higher for the rest of the month. We'll see how the week and the following month goes. Volume is not nice, and I really do not like the S&P downgrading the credit rating to the US. Alright, that's it. As always, play with stops. I'm going to be cautiously bullish for the week, and looking for longs at the 1164 level, 1170 level. Okay, good luck guys.